What's good, y'all? It's your man Sight, and we are back again, this time with part 2 of the Free 99 workflow. In the first part, we actually made a beat using MPC beats, and in this video, we're actually going to take those files that we created, the waves, and we're going to put them into Reaper, which is a free-to-use DAW, and get a better quality mix and arrangement by using a DAW that has a lot more capabilities than the MPC Beats software. While MPC Beats might be good for actually programming your drums and putting your samples together, when it comes to actually laying out the format of your track and mixing it, you definitely want to go with a DAW for that. There's a lot of benefits to using a DAW, and I'm going to show you a couple of them in this video. If you tuned into the first one, make sure you check this one out. So let's get into it. Let's get busy. And we're going to open up Reaper. Let's go to our folder. All right, I'm going to click on our wave files here. We're going to drag them right here to the one. Actually, before we do that, what BPM are we at? I think it was 88, right? Let's go ahead and put the 88 BPM in. Now let's go ahead and drag it in. It's going to ask us if we want it to be media file name suggests. No. Ignore tempo suggested by file name. Separate tracks. All right, and we can go ahead and delete this one. Boom. All of our stuff is in here. 4-bar loop, stops right at 5. All right, and just to make it a little tidier, let's go ahead, shift click all of them, right click, track color, set the random colors, and it's just going to give us different colors to work with. Right. A lot of purples. Try it again. All right, cool. I like that a little better. All right, so boom, we got all of our tracks in here. All right, and we're going to go ahead and Control C, Control V. All right, and that should bring us about 16 bars. And let's go ahead. Scroll out some. All right, so basically we're going to start arranging now. So what we want to do is take out probably the snare and the kick from the first 4 bars. Oh, that's our muted track. I'm tripping. All right, let's go ahead and take that out and bring this over. That'll start the next 16 bars. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. All right, so we've got a little bit of an arrangement here. Let's go ahead and delete that. And we're going to copy this whole thing. And we'll just do 2 verses for now. That should keep us busy. All right, now let's go ahead and work on our mix. So we're going to drag up our faders here, and we can actually shrink these down a little bit. I'm just control clicking these lines to bring up the fader. So all right, first things first, let's Control T. Add a couple extra tracks here. These are going to be our effects tracks to start off with. So let's go ahead and put our reverb that we downloaded, the towel reverb, on these. All right. And first thing we're going to do with the towel reverb is turn the dry all the way down, turn the wet all the way up, because these are going to be effect sends. All right. And cool with all that. That's good. And I'm going to copy it here. And with the second one, I'm going to make a longer version of it. So the size is going to be bigger than this one. And this is going to be for our synthesizer. So copied all the settings when I duplicated it over. All right. And let's bring the high cut down just a little bit. Bring the delay up. It's just a little bit of variation. So we have like a shorter reverb and then we have a longer reverb. So the shorter one I like to use on drums. So let's go ahead and solo our drums out. And we're just going to click and drag on a section with drums on it. All right, let's go ahead and label these. So hats, snare, clap, pick. This is our loop. All right, this is our lead. And this is our bass. Boom. All right, so we're just going to do a quick little mix job just to show you what you can get done in Reaper. You can get a pretty good job done in the MPC software, but I like this for arranging. You see how quick we were able to put together, you know, like I guess you can call it like a song structure, you know, just by copy and pasting, leaving out certain sections for the verse. All right, so real quick, let's go ahead and EQ a couple things. I like to put this REQ right here. This is the Reaper EQ that it comes with. And let's go to high pass. All right, I'm going to take that low end out. Let's copy this over to the snare. Huh? Oh, I think we got this mixed up. This is the snare. All right, got that mixed up. So snare is the kick. Got it mixed up. All right, let's put that there. We're just cutting out that muddiness on the bottom end. All right, now we're gonna dial in some effect sends. So double click on this, add new send, and let's go ahead and label our reverbs here. So this is gonna be short verb, long verb, and way too much reverb on it. So let's dial it down on this little dial here. That's cool. Let's drag that over to the snare. A little more reverb on the claps. Let's go ahead and EQ the sample a little bit. Let's get a high pass, low pass. All right, pretty good on that. Let's take the solos off, and we know we're gonna need a lot of reverb on this really dry lead synth. So let's go ahead and click on this, and we're gonna add a send to the long verb, and that long reverb is pretty much just made for this sound. So bring it back to the beginning. We're gonna bring the top end off the bass. Now it looks like all of our sounds are peaking, so looks like our master's peaking. So let's go ahead and bring all this stuff down just a few decibels. And we can go ahead and add a couple things onto our master now. Let's see. This comes with a bunch of like really basic effects, but there's a lot of them. So you can use, we can type in exciter. And yeah, we'll go ahead and throw that on the master channel. All right, and then we're gonna type in soft clip. Soft clipper limiter. Drag that here. And that's just a basic mastering setup. So I'm gonna take a listen through my monitors real quick. All right, so that sounds decent through my headphones. I like to mix on my monitors. Mixing on headphones is pretty hard for me. I'm gonna listen to it on my monitors real quick. All right, so what I decided to do is I like the way most of it was sounding, but I felt like the main loop was a little bit busy, especially if somebody's trying to rap on it. So what I did was I went over here to this automation button, and it gave me the option to put a low pass filter on it and bring up the envelope. All right, so I went ahead and clicked that, and now I have this envelope, and I hold control, and I can just drop the low pass filter on it. All right, and this is what it sounds like. All right, so I think that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and adjust where this hook comes in. It comes in at 17, but I think that's off. So we want it to come in at 21. All right, so bring that over to 21. So real quick, I just wanted to show you guys what you can do in Reaper. There's a ton of tutorials on it. You can go to a whole bunch of different information on YouTube and find tutorials how to use Reaper. But it's a really capable DAW. It's free. You can use it as long as you want until you decide you want to buy it. It doesn't get disabled after a certain amount of time, so that's really dope. So as far as someone just getting started, it's a really fantastic tool. Gives you a lot of automation stuff. You know, you get effects included with it. You know, low pass filters and reverbs and compressors and things like that. They're not the prettiest interfaces, but as far as just getting a job done, for something free, this is really high quality. You really can't beat it. And you can export it in pretty much any option that you want. All right. So I hope this helped you guys out. And, you know, if you're somebody who's looking for a free workflow to get started and learn how to start making music, no time better than the present. MPC Beats. Mix it with Reaper and a couple free plugins. Just learn how to use everything, and you're really able to make some high quality stuff. All right. So let me know if you guys like this. Leave some comments down in the description on what you're looking forward to. If you have questions about how to use anything, obviously there's a lot to learn about these programs, but I plan on continuing to make content for you guys. So thanks a lot for tuning in. All right. Peace.